What's up guys, welcome to another track guide. This time we are at Autodrom Most, a super diverse and tricky circuit that will be very unforgiving to unprepared drivers. And I expect the grids to be spread very thin for these races, since the skill ceiling is so high for this track. And a quick disclaimer, as always, these hot laps and track guides are made using realistic LFM conditions and are made to be replicated. My aim is not to create some monster lap time with artificial conditions and flex on you all with something that will not work in an official race. This track guide was made with a lot of love and care and took me over 12 hours of work to put together and deliver it to you for free, no strings attached. All I ask from you is to leave a like on this video to help us with the algorithm, and as always, you can find the setup I use for this in my Discord community, together with my full Motec telemetry and ghost file for the exact lap you're gonna watch with me on this video. Now let's get into it. Coming into the first corner, we go hard on the brakes right before we go parallel to the marshal post on the left, right after the 100-meter board. Remember to use all available RPM on downshifts to maximize engine braking and stopping in a shorter distance. Just don't go over 7000 RPM on downshifts because that will severely damage your engine and maybe end your race. We want to get to the curb at about 80 km an hour and place our left wheels over it to straighten the line around the chicane. Just be careful to not overdo it, otherwise you will get an invalid lap. As I always say, don't be afraid to coast, as braking might make you overslow the car or maybe even the car reacting in an unpleasant way over the curb. As you're past the curb, pick up some speed and open up for the left-hander as much as you can. Inducing some rotation at the rear of the car is a good idea here, since it will make your life much easier to get the power down on exit. As you go over the curb, give it a little bit of power to induce some forward momentum and start putting some traction into the rear tires. As you're out of the curb, go hard on the power and keep at least 2 wheels within the white line on exit. One car length before the outside curb ends, get on the brakes up to about 80% brake pressure and downshift into third. The ideal line around this corner is placing your left front wheel on the sausage curb, as you can see from this screenshot. Take it with some throttle and smash the power as you climb down the curb. For the right-hander, place your left wheels over the inside curb and keep your car balanced and settled going through here. The green stuff on the inside, also known as AstroTurf, gives you a slowdown that makes the car oversteer as it slows you down, so keep that in mind. Place your left side wheels in between the curb and the sausage curb and follow their lines into the grass on the outside of the next corner. This will give you the best possible line for this super important corner. Start braking as you get to the tarmac patch on the left and go down into third gear. Get the car stopped and balanced to allow you to get on power and get the best traction as you possibly can on exit. And again, try to keep it off the AstroTurf as it will give you a slowdown right at the beginning of a straight. As you're past the dark tarmac squares on your right, start turning in and provoke some rotation at the rear of the car to help you get the car turned and not going wide on exit, since the gravel and AstroTurf will ruin your lap. One car length after the 50-meter board, get on the brakes and down into third gear for the Meritor Bridge corner. Here you want to aim to use every inch of the curb on the inside to position ourselves well for the next left-hander. Now, turn left and upshift into 4th gear so that the interruption of torque delivery during the shift helps you yaw the rear end of the car around. We want to use every inch of available curb to set ourselves up for a great exit on the last leg of this series of corners, avoiding any form of astroturf and sausage curb in the process. For the second to last corner, brake at the 50-meter board with around 50% brake pressure and get the car down into 3rd gear. Let it coast into the apex to carry as much speed as you can and smoothly get on power to help it run wide on the small uphill straight ahead. Start turning in just before the outside curb ends and aim to run over the inside curb. Just keep in mind that the car will get loose going over the curb, so be prepared and take some steering angle out of it. Here we want to be as smooth as we can and take as much speed as possible, because this will both end our lap and start the new one. So maximizing speed is all we want here. So that was a lap around Autodrom Most, and I hope you guys learned something from it. Enjoy the hot lap at the end of this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.